And hello, everyone. I'm your host, Daren Jaime, and today is Wednesday, February the 1st. Can you believe it? Yes, it is February the 1st. And you're watching Open, the live program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We want to encourage you to stay connected to us, and you can find out more about us at BronxNet TV on Twitter and then Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Well, kicking things off on our show, immigrants across New York State are receiving major assistance today. The New York Senate Independent Democratic Conference has announced the formation of a new coalition aimed at providing legal services and resources helping immigrants and their families. This comes after President Trump issued an executive order banning 7 countries from entering the country for the next 90 days. The president has also suspended the admission of all refugees for 120 days. This includes Libya, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Yemen, Somalia, and Sudan. Now, the SIDC leader and senator of the 34th District, Jeff Klein, stated, quote, all 8 members of the Independent Democratic Conference will create the Immigrant Defense Coalition to protect and defend immigrants in New York. Our offices will offer services to immigrants who need assistance during this troubled time. They also encourage those affected by the president's order to reach out to their local leaders. In other news, Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. and Representative of the 18th District, Sean Patrick Maloney, introduced a new pilot program allowing Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program users to purchase groceries online. We get now more from our correspondent and reporter, Nancy Asiama.
If you ever thought you couldn't order groceries online, well, now you can. Bronx President Ruben Diaz Jr. stood with Congress member Sean Patrick Maloney and hunger advocates at part of the solution on Webster Avenue in the Bronx to discuss a new nationwide pilot that will allow participants of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to buy their groceries online.
When we made a push a couple of years ago with our farmers markets, we said that there should be allowed, people should be allowed, and we made this push for EBT cardholders to go and purchase produce at the farmers markets. We see more farmers markets and we see more and more people using their EBT cards, and it works well.
So this is about all Americans, programs like this. But today's announcement is about making sure we're using the private sector in a smart way. This helps private farmers, this helps private providers of groceries to folks, and it just means that the public assistance dollars we're already spending are going to be spent in a smarter way.
The borough president and congressman both played a vital role in bringing this new healthy eating program to New York State. The Department of Agriculture has selected Amazon and Fresh Direct as the pilot's first online vendors, and those with EBT cards can take part in this historic eating program. Louis Vavrina is a member of Hunger Free America, and he tells us why this program is so important.
If one lives in a food desert, as I do, one can order in things fairly easily. One doesn't have to truck them from Manhattan or walk 20 blocks to find the nearest moderately priced quality produce, for example.
Christopher Bean, executive director of POTS, says he believes this program is a dignified way to allow greater access to affordable groceries for the people of the Bronx.
Well, I think we view it as, we're trying to help individuals reach those points of stability, and I think we feel that any additional choices clients have, whether that's ordering online, going to the bodega, going to the local grocery store, the more options that people have to be able to use those SNAP dollars is for the better.
The discussion also emphasized on the cuts in funds being made by the new government from programs like this that are meant to help those in need. CEO of Hunger Free America had some words for House Speaker Paul Ryan.
You can't call yourself a great Christian and then ignore the message of Christ that we need to feed the least of these. These programs not only are morally vital, they're vital to the American economy, and they should be expanded, not cut.
This is Nancy Asiama reporting for BronxNet.
And thank you, Nancy. The family of a Bronx man who died after getting tasered twice by the NYPD sergeant has filed a $10 million lawsuit against police for the use of excessive force. Aereo Galarza was tasered by Sergeant William Melrose in early November of last year after a neighbor thought he was an emotionally disturbed person holding a knife and called police. Turns out the 49-year-old Bronxite was holding a bottle of hot sauce. The Galarza family awaits the outcome of State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman's investigation to determine the wrongdoings of Melrose's actions. Documents were filed on Monday, and according to the city's medical examiner's office, the autopsy still remains under investigation. Well, also here in our borough, a young artist who specializes in works about beauty and pain has restored the faded image of Amadou Diallo. Amadou Diallo is a Bronx man who was caught in a hail of 41 bullets outside of his home when his cops mistook his wallet for a gun back in 1999. The artist Hawa Diallo, not related to the victim, created an 18-foot mural on Wheeler Avenue in the Bronx where it marks the spot where Diallo was hit by 19 of the 41 bullets. A local artist initially painted the mural of Amadou, frowning next to 4 ununiformed cops wearing Ku Klux Klan hoods. It's now been replaced with the victim's smiling face in front of a Guinean and American flag. The self-taught artist stated, quote, "The fight is not over. This mural is a reminder of the work of our city and nation needs to do so that lives like Amadou's are not lost in the future." Well, the Universal Hip Hop Museum is coming to the Bronx in the summer of 2018, and its chairman is Curtis Blow. The well-known rapper, born Curtis Walker, or Kurt Walker, I should say, says he will remain a major player in the project once it's up and running. The state-of-the-art museum on 138th Street will cost $30 million to build, as well as having 3D holograms of rappers past, as well as a mobile truck that will drive around the city bringing exhibitions to the streets. Kids will also be able to visit the museum and learn how to DJ. There'll be a recording studio where aspiring rappers can lay their tracks down. And I'm gonna try that myself. Well, in other news, it was an exciting weekend for residents of the 36th District as Jamal Bailey was inaugurated as their senator. Our cameras were there and we bring you the details.
It was a day of celebration for Jamal Bailey and his supporters as they came together at the Butler Memorial United Methodist Church to witness Honorable Patsy Goldburn swear the young leader in as senator of the 36th District.
That we're celebrating Jamal because he embodies everything that we fight for. He embodies everything that we tell our youth to do.
Very excited for him, but more importantly for this community. Jamal is such an incredible young man from the neighborhood, strong in his faith, in his academic preparation, committed to public service, just always been so involved.
Sitting beside the new senator was State Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie and Councilman of the 12th District, Andy King, who watched as Bailey's dream to lead his community came true.
When you've lived in the community and you've cried in the community and you've laughed in the community, I think you can do the best representation for a community when you know a community in and out. And I just think great things are going to happen for Jamal. So I'm so happy and proud of him.
Jamal Bailey is our senator. There's no other way that this community should falter. You have people who are from this community, who understand this community, know this community. Now we're all, this whole team of us, from Congressmember Engel to Assemblymember Speaker Carl Hastie, myself, and Jamal Bailey. You have a homegrown team that's going to deliver for this neighborhood. That's what this day represents, our neighborhood coming together.
He's just the kind of person you really want to see move up there, a young man with energy, intelligence, a good heart, roots in the community, and I want to just give him all the backing I can give.
Senator of the 26th District, Jose M. Serrano, says he's always been impressed with the new senator.
His level of poise, his level of understanding of the law, his class, his ability to relate to all his constituents, I think is really an amazing attribute.
Even with the support of local and state leaders, Senator Bailey's team says the hard work has just begun.
We want to hit the ground running and do a lot of community service and see how many bills we can pass and just keep working hard like the former senator before us.
And with those plans ahead, Team Bailey says a new day has come. Nancy Asiama, BronxNet.
And congratulations goes to Senator Jamal Bailey. Stay with us. We have more open coming up right after this.